Think about the last good thing that came into your life. The job, the person, the friendship that finally felt easy. How long did it take before you started taking it apart? You probably wouldn't call it that. You'd call it being careful, or being busy, or just having a bad week. But somewhere in there, you stopped texting back as fast. You went looking for the flaw, or you started the fight you didn't need to start. That wasn't just random. Some part of you did it on purpose. Not the part you think with, a quieter, subconscious part of you that learned a long time ago that good things don't last, so it's safer to be the one who ends them first. So today, we're going through the 8 ways you do this to yourself, so you can finally learn to catch yourself in the act. Stay until the end, because number 8 is the one underneath all the others. Number 1. You go looking for the catch. When something good happens in your life, what's the first thing you feel? Is it actually happiness? Or do you get suspicious, which is your cue to start looking for what's wrong with it? You tell yourself you're just being smart, just not getting your hopes up. But you should really pay attention to what it really does to you. You spend the whole time standing one step outside the good thing, arms crossed, waiting for the catch to show up. The thing is, if you look hard enough for a problem, you'll always find something, even if you have to invent it. This isn't you being careful. It's your subconscious destroying what you could have had before anything even happens. Number 2. You push people away right when they get close. This one you won't notice until they're already gone. Think about the last time someone was genuinely good to you. Did you let it in? Or did you find a reason to back off, get a little colder, get a little busier, and put some distance between them? Closeness is supposed to feel safe. For you, it might feel like the opposite, like being seen too clearly by someone who's now close enough to do real damage if they ever decided to. So right when you notice someone is getting so close to you, close enough for them to have some kind of power over you mentally, something in you quietly hits the brakes. It's not that you don't want them, it's that wanting them scares you, because wanting is how you end up hurt. Number 3. You wait until the last possible second. The deadline you could have started weeks ago, the applications and assignments sitting open in a tab. Be honest about why you really wait until there's no time left. Because here's another reason other than I'm just lazy. If you only give yourself one rushed night to do the thing that mattered, then it was never really your competency being tested, but rather the time you had to do them in. If it goes badly, you have your excuse. You ran out of time. You never have to find out what would have happened if you'd actually given it everything and it still wasn't enough. It isn't a time problem. It's that some part of you would rather protect the idea of what you could do and what you could achieve, because finding out for real scares you. Number 4. You make yourself small the moment it's working. This is the one that you say is just you being humble. Something goes right. You get the win or the compliment that really meant something to you. What do you do with it? Do you let it land? Or do you make it smaller? It was luck. Anyone could have done that. It's not a big deal. It looks modest. It's not. If you never let yourself feel tall, you never have to feel the fall. The reason you do it is because staying small feels like staying safe. Nobody can take something from you that you already convinced yourself you didn't have. But a life lived crouched down this way, constantly protecting yourself, isn't safe. It's you talking yourself into settling with your life. Quick thing before number 5. If any of this is resonating with you, go ahead and subscribe. It helps the channel reach more people working through the same things you are. Number 5. You start the fight you don't actually want. When things have been good for too long, do you get the itch? The urge to bring up the old thing, to pick at it, to crack the quiet open. There's usually some excuse lying around to grab onto. But notice what the fighting does for you. As long as you're fighting, you don't have to sit in the stillness. This is good, and now I've got something to lose. Conflict is loud, and to you, loud is familiar. And a familiar feeling feels safer than the silence with your overthinking. If you're the one who blew it up, at least now you can recognize it. You were trying to get it to hurt a little, because that makes you feel safer than your thoughts when it's quiet. Number 6. You let the basics fall apart. This is the one that looks like it has nothing to do with the rest. When something in your life is finally going well, do you somehow start taking worse care of yourself? Your sleep slips, meals get skipped, or you just eat whatever's available. The small daily things you know keep you going, you just quietly stop doing them. It doesn't feel like sabotage. It feels like being tired or busy or not having the energy. But look at the timing. This specific neglect shows up right when there's something good to protect, because some part of you doesn't believe you're allowed to feel good and steady at the same time. Number 7. You convince yourself it was never that good anyway. Have you ever talked yourself out of something while you still had it? Started listing everything wrong with the job or the person, slowly building that case for why losing it wouldn't really be a loss at all. If you can convince yourself it didn't matter, then it can't hurt when it's gone. You're grieving it early, on purpose, so when it does end, the pain doesn't have to be as bad. The problem is, you're throwing away something good to dodge a pain that hasn't even happened yet, and might never have happened at all. Number 8. You leave before you can be left. This is the big one. The moment it gets real, the moment someone could actually matter enough to emotionally wreck you, do you find a way to leave first? Decide it wasn't right. Tell yourself you saw it coming and walk away? And does it come with a little relief, that feeling of being the one who left instead of the one left standing there? Here's the thing you have to hear. Leaving first doesn't save you from the loss. You miss out on the scenario where they might have stayed, and everything between you two might have worked out. But instead, you pull the plug on it early, just so you can be the one in control. The thing is, it was never about control. It was just your inner fear that got there first. So why do you keep making these choices? Because the way you learned it, breaking it first, really was the safer bet. When you were younger, and the good things around you kept turning out to be unsafe, ending them yourself was the one move that put you in charge of your pain. And it worked. There's a name for the pattern underneath this type of behavior. Psychologists call it defensive pessimism, bracing for the worst on purpose, because if you expect the fall, it can't catch you off guard. For a while, it protects you. The problem is that it doesn't switch off, so you keep second-guessing things that were never going to hurt you. If you saw yourself in a few of these, that doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means that at some point these actions made you feel safe, and you haven't grown out of them yet. So the next time you feel that urge to pick a fight or leave early, pause and ask yourself the only question that matters. Am I actually protecting myself, or am I just leaving first? Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.